Hello everyone, Naomi here from the Vintage Cookie Jar. I'm just doing a quick tutorial today on icing transfers. I've gone ahead and drawn my animals. I'm doing a zoo animal icing transfer. So I've gone ahead and drawn my zebra onto piece of paper that's below my parchment paper. All my icing consistencies are a medium consistency. The reason for that is I want my icing transfer to have a nice bubbled sort of 3D effect once it gets placed onto my cookie. As well as, because I'm using darker colors like black, I won't get any color bleed by having my medium consistency. So this is all a form of wet on wet, and it's done quite quickly, which is really nice. Because it's all getting put together in one step. So I got my cream color for the inside of the ears, and now for the dreaded black going on top of the white. So when I finally vibrate on top of my black, it just helps that black to sink into the white without actually moving it. So instead of swirling my black, I just finally vibrate, which then pushes the color down inside the white. And there we are. So now I am working on my giraffe. I have my medium consistencies already here. So I love doing icing transfers, and the reason for that is because if I have a week that's a little bit slower and I have an order coming up with icing transfers, I can do the icing transfers in advance. And then on the week of the order being due, I can make my cookies nice and fresh and drop my icing transfers in, so I don't feel so rushed and overwhelmed with doing an order like this. And it's also great too, because if you are doing this on a cookie and you make a mistake, then you've got to kind of destroy the whole cookie. If you make a mistake on an icing transfer, you make extra icing transfers, and you don't have to worry about ruining a whole cookie. Now he's just gonna have his little spots. Because it's medium consistency, you can see that it's raised up. So I just finally vibrate my tool inside the color without swirling it. And the brown will start to fall flat into the gold color. We've done the zebra and the giraffe, and you will find the tutorials for those on my Facebook page and my Instagram page. And now I'm doing the royal icing transfer with a lion. Because it's such a sunny and warm day, it's actually changing the consistency of my icing from medium to more of a flood consistency, and that's how royal icing works. It changes with the temperature of your hand, changes the humidity in the air. So it just really, really temperamental royal icing can be. So I've done the mane on the lion, and I'm going to go fill it in with the brown right away. So this is all a form of wet on wet. Got the lighter color for the ears. Just doing my continuation on my tutorial with the zoo animal icing transfers. So I'm currently putting my flood base onto my cookie, and once it's completely flooded, I will be adding the icing transfer to the wet icing. Now, none of my characters have any features at the moment, and what I prefer to do is to apply their features once the icing transfer has been attached to the cookie and is completely dry. So my icing transfers themselves are completely dry. They've been drying for 24 hours, so they're completely dry, as you can see. And I just wanted to have them completely dry on a completely dry cookie, so that when I'm applying pressure to do their features, that it doesn't break the icing transfer. So you're just going to very, very, very gently drop your icing transfer onto your cookie, and you're just going to use a little needle tool and gently apply pressure to make sure that it's fixed down. You don't want to put too much pressure because you don't want it to sink down into the icing too far. And once it's applied to the wet icing, you let this dry, and then you can apply the features to your characters. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to do the final details onto our zoo animal icing transfer onesies. So now that the zoo animal icing transfer is dry onto the cookie, I've gone ahead and done my features with this rainbow dust pen. It has a really chubby end for doing thicker lines and a really thin end for doing fine little details. So these markers are great for that. So I've gone ahead and put the features on, and then I just have my medium consistency green. It's a little bit darker green just so that it kind of pops on the onesie, and I'll just do the final details on that. All right, so there we have the final details on our zoo animal onesies for a baby shower. Thanks everyone for watching. It was a great pleasure. Have a good day.